Good morning, everybody. Welcome back for installment of Scott Selections here for Friday, April 22nd. For again today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in the NBA with the Warriors -1.5 and -110 on BetMGM. Game went the way that I thought it would. I thought Denver would hang around, make a game of it because they were, of course, the extremely desperate team trying to avoid falling behind 3-0. But I thought it wouldn't matter in the end because Golden State is just the much more talented team. And that's exactly what happened. Golden State made enough plays late, won the game by 5. So nice win for us. Look for another winner here on Friday. However, I didn't really like anything on the NBA card today. You have 3 games. Each spread is 2.5 or less. And 2 of the 3 games have serious injury news. So with Middleton and Booker being out for the first full game of their respective series, I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to wait and see how those teams look without one of their best players and go from there moving forward. But as for today's card, I'm going to stay away from basketball and just enjoy the show. But looking at the play we're going to be going with, we're going to transition back to baseball. We're going to be looking at a matchup between the Mets and the Diamondbacks taking place at around 9:40 p.m. Eastern time. And for the play there, we're going to go to a prop. We're going to take no run first inning at -112 on FanDuel. Time recording of 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. Couple reasons why I like the no run first inning prop here. First of all, Arizona has been amazing at preventing its opponents from scoring in the first inning. Arizona has allowed 1 first inning run in its first 13 games combined. So Arizona's been great at shutting down opposing offenses in the early going of the games. On top of that, the Mets have been pretty good as well when it comes to pitching in the first inning, as the Mets have allowed 0.29 runs per first inning, which ranks 6th in the league. By the way, Arizona ranks 2nd in the league in that category, so both teams have been great pitching-wise early on in games. On top of that, both teams not exactly great at hitting early on in games. The Diamondbacks ranked tied for 28th in first inning runs per game, while the Mets rank 18th. So I expect both of them to potentially struggle early on once again. And look at the pitching matchup, Peterson and Gallen are on the mound here. Peterson pitching for New York. Now, these pitchers actually did face the opposing lineups a couple of days ago, and they both fared extremely well. Peterson ended up going 4 1/3 innings pitched and gave up no runs on April 17th against Arizona. Main reason why, Arizona is awful against left-handed pitching. Arizona ranks 25th in the league in OPS against lefties, so I expect Peterson to look pretty sharp once again, not to mention the fact that Arizona offensively isn't that great. They have a couple of decent players, Peralta, Marte. I'm sure you know them, but at the end of the day, Arizona's offense is one of the weaker ones in the league, and I expect Peterson to do enough to get through the opening frame without giving up a run. And Gallen faced off against New York on April 16th, 4 innings, 0 runs. He's also faced off against the Mets a bunch in his career because, of course, you might remember he ended up pitching for Miami during the early portion of his career, and the Mets have really not fared well against him. The Mets' active batters have a 128 batting average against Gallen, so he has looked good against the Mets. He's looked good in general, and I do expect him to hold the Mets scoreless in the first inning as well. If you want to look at the top 4 projected batters for New York, looking at, of course, Nimmo, Marte, you have Alonso and Lindor out of order, but you get the idea. All 4 of them have been pretty awful against Gallen in their careers, so I expect Gallen to look pretty sharp, and I do expect to see no runs in the first frame. But anytime you have a team that's allowed 1 first inning run in the first 13 games combined, and the price for no run first inning is -112, that line's too low. It should be at around -130. We know weather's not going to play much of a factor because it is in the desert in a dome, but at the end of the day, I'm looking at a spot where this line should be higher. Both teams have been great pitching-wise in the first inning and awful offensively in the first inning. I'm going to take the values. The play that once again here for Friday, April 22nd is going to be on the Mets Diamondbacks no-run first inning at -112 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.